telling you, I'm so excited. I'm proud. I'm elated. You know what I'm saying? My brother has come back through. He hit me up this time. I ain't had to look, I ain't had to put the word out in the street. You know what I'm saying? My dog hit me on the DM like, hey, it's that time. It's time for another one. I said, what? I said, Slick, you ain't ready to talk no shit. Yo, let me tell y'all, the last time I spoke to this nigga, I was trying to book him for him and Moose. I was trying to get them out of the club to do a show. And the first thing he told me, I'd do it for you, Jay, but I ain't even really feeling the music right now. I don't even feel like come. He's like, but I'll do it for you. And I was like, damn, I feel like I'm trying to finesse this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He on the island somewhere. He chilling. You know what I'm saying? He living good, smoking good. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to put this nigga to work. I felt bad about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that nigga Moose kind of like dropped out when I think he ended up having to catch a flight that day. So we ended up not even doing that show. Yeah. But I got my guy, yo, my brother, yo. I'm proud to say this is my brother. GGL Slick is in the motherfucking building, bro. How you feeling, my G?
Back home.
Yo, the millionaires in the building. You know what I'm saying? Woo! The wave guard is on deck.
Yeah. Sauce daddy.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
And you ain't, now mind you, even though you wasn't fucking with niggas out here, you still was feeding the streets, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You was still dropping a single every 6 months, maybe. You know what I mean? Then your mans came out. Yo, shout out to the team. Yeah. They was dropping projects. Yeah, so it wasn't like the team wasn't moving and the brand wasn't still building, but you was on vacation time. Yo, talk to him, man. What's up? What's going on?
Man, yeah, I had to take a little time, personal time. Some personal time, but I stayed working. But you know, the focus just changed. You know, the hustle just changed. Sometimes, you know, you gotta get money in different pockets for real. You know what I mean? So that shit'll like take all your time and take all. You know what I mean? You ain't able to do, you know, what you before. You know, I ain't have a lot of shit going on like 10 years ago. I think it's been a minute now. You know what I'm saying?
It's been
I
a
jumped
minute.
in this motherfucker about 2013 and took off running. So, you know, initially. Shit, like, you know, my kids was babies and shit was different. I wasn't paying on, you know, shit and all that. And I got a lot of responsibilities now. Type shit.
So you feel? Do you genuinely feel re-energized? Do you really feel like, yo, Mike, I'm in a good space mentally, physically?
I'm in the best space. I'm in the best shape right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in tip-top condition right now. Like mentally, like I'm in a clean energy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a good energy. A lot of shit didn't happen. I had to iron a lot of shit out. You know what I mean? Like if you could see before, any other time we met, I might have had a crowd of people with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you see this more intimate, personal.
Facts.
I'm more on business. You know, playtime over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit just was for play. So playtime over. I'm back like on some. You know, I'm in the best space. I feel like I'm in a better space than before, for real.
My G.
You know what I mean?
My G, I'm proud of you, bro. Yeah. Like, just the music has evolved. The sound has evolved. But that slick talk ain't never gone nowhere. Nah. You know what I'm saying? The visuals have gone up 200%.
The visuals go crazy.
It's a movie. Every time I press play, I don't care if it's Demon Dior or whether it's BBL that just dropped.
BBL, man.
BBL. Woo, Lord Jesus, bro.
Video to make. That was one of like my favorite in the recent joints. You know what I'm saying? That was probably my favorite. The energy was good. The females, they came to work. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't stiff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the females who came through for me for BBL. It was a movie. Shout out Rob Scholar too, my director too. Rob Scholar and the team.
You put some money into that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't go cheap on that.
For sure. No,
like you know what I'm saying? Because you the master of you call a camera, nigga. All right, you make a call, the whole block come out. And
a lot of people don't know, man. When it come down to my personal videos, all of my videos, most time anyway, I do the treatments for them. You know what I'm saying? I kind of have an idea already. You know what I mean? That I want to bring to life.
Got you.
So like I don't just like we been past this standing on the corner just with a bunch of niggas just we've been past that.
Right.
Like, we did so many videos now, so it come to the point where now we're like, shit, we gotta put some thought into it.
Facts. And catch a flight every now and then.
Yeah,
I done seen the nigga in the snow.
Shit,
Look, I done seen
shit, you know what I'm saying? That was just a dope idea. I got some shit ready to drop now in another state. So, you know, that shit just always hit different when you get a nigga from Baltimore somewhere else.
Yeah.
I always like to take it to another level.
I tell people all the time, like, I get frustrated because I see the young dudes and they'll have big stacks of money. You gonna have $50,000 in jewelry, 100,000, but you always in the same place. I'd be like, why you can't? Yeah, you know what I mean, give somebody some diversity, man. Like, do something for the ladies, do something. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna deny no street shit. I love street music. I was a Mobb Deep fan my whole childhood. Nigga, it was a ton of street music that I played nonstop, but there was always a little something in there that just was a vibe. And one thing I love about you is like when I listen to a GGL Slick album, I'm gonna get me some Baltimore stories.
Facts.
I'm gonna give me some good street shit.
You can get some wild street tales.
Wild street tales, but then you'll give me some funny ass skits with some girls. Yeah. You'll come hit them with some dope records. At
the end of the day, I never forgot that this shit is entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get so caught up in being real. We'll get so caught up in just being a street rapper that we'll forget that we people entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gotta get entertained off of this shit at the end of the day.
That's
you know, so I always keep that in mind. So I always try to make my shit kind of witty or kind of funny, or you know, even if it's some hardcore street shit, some reality based shit that's really going on.
Right.
I try to make it because that's what we do as people. You know what I mean? I'm from the projects, bro. You know what I mean? You can't you come to my hood. You know, motherfuckers poor as fuck, but everybody like enjoying themselves.
Facts.
They're gonna find some kind of happiness in it, in the most ratchetest shit.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find some kind of humor in that shit. We're gonna find some kind of comfort and just, you know, the reality of how we live. And so I try to translate that shit with my raps and shit.
Word.
Keep it funny, keep it witty, keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep that shit fun.
All the way in. So, all right, let's go back for a minute. Since the last time we saw each other, and I know you felt like you needed to take a break. What was it that really burned you out? Like, what put you in that space that had to fall back so hard? I mean, you was putting out music. I think from the last time we spoke, I think you put like 3 or 4 projects out. You know what I'm saying? You were dropping mad videos. You had the team putting out projects. But you've been doing this for such a long time, owning studios and you know what I mean? You've been diversified in the music space for a while. Production team, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole 9. Yeah. Like I could never believe that you would get burnt out. You know what I'm saying? But what exhausted you and made you really feel like you needed to pull back?
You know what, bro? A lot come with being that guy, like that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, over time, I became like the guy. Like with my circle, with my team, like, you know, with my relatives, you know, I became that person, you know what I mean? And when you become that person, you know, with the steam, with the fans, and, you know, when you're a friend of mine, you could be just a friend of mine and be in the streets, and the person, hey, what's up with Slick? They only ask you what's up with you. You know, sometimes that shit could bring envy and jealousy and just a lot of weird ass energy, for real. You know what I'm saying? That'll drain you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? When you that person, a lot of people, they gonna come at you. You don't know their motive. You know, women, you can't even
came up fat. But what I feel like people don't really give him his respect for is that before he started doing the one-on-ones, he was doing the podcast with his girl. So all of that training from doing a podcast with 5 people, then when he started doing one-on-one, it's just made it easier. You ain't handling as many personalities. You ain't doing as much shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, it's a lot. It's a lot to this game. But anyway, it's that time, boy. Ooh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I'm proud. I'm elated. You know what I'm saying? My brother has come back through. He hit me up this time. I ain't had to put the word out in the street. You know what I'm saying? My dog hit me on the DM like, hey, it's that time. It's time for another one. I said, what? I said, Slick, you ain't ready to talk no shit. Yo, let me tell y'all, the last time I spoke to this nigga, I was trying to book him for him and Moose, I was trying to get them out of the club to do a show. And the first thing he told me, I do it for you, Jay, but I ain't even really feeling the music right now. I don't even feel like come. He's like, but I'll do it for you. And I was like, damn, I feel like I'm trying to finesse this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He on an island somewhere. He chilling. You know what I'm saying? He living good, smoking good. And I'm like, damn, I'm trying to put this nigga to work. I felt bad about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that nigga Moose kind of like dropped out when I think he ended up having to catch a flight that day. So we ended up not even doing that show. But I got my guy, my brother, I'm proud to say this is my brother. GGL Slick is in the motherfucking building, bro. How you feeling, my G?
Back home.
Yo, the millionaires in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
The wave guard is on deck.
Yeah. Sauce daddy.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
And you ain't, now mind you, even though you wasn't fucking with niggas out here, you still was feeding the streets, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You was still dropping a single every 6 months, maybe. You know what I mean? Then your mans came out. Yo, shout out to the team. They was dropping projects. So it wasn't like the team wasn't moving and the brand wasn't still building, but you was on vacation time. Yo, talk to him, man. What's up? What's going on?
Man, yeah, I had to take a little time, personal time. Some personal time. But I stayed working. But the focus just changed. The hustle just changed sometimes. You gotta get money in different pockets. For real. You know what I mean? So that shit'll like take all your time. And take all, you know what I mean? You ain't able to do, what you before, I ain't have a lot of shit going on like 10 years ago. Right. I think it's been a minute now. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a minute.
I jumped in this motherfucker about 2013 and took off running. So, initially, shit, like, my kids was babies and shit was different. I wasn't paying on, shit and all that. And I got a lot of responsibilities now. Type shit.
So you feel? Do you genuinely feel re-energized? Do you really feel like, yo, Mike, I'm in a good space mentally, physically?
I'm in the best space. I'm in the best shape right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in tip-top condition right now. Like mentally, like I'm in a clean energy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a good energy. A lot of shit didn't happen. I had to iron a lot of shit out. You know what I mean? Like if you could see before, any other time we met, I might have had a crowd of people with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you see this more intimate, personal.
Facts.
I'm more on business. Playtime over.
Feel
you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit just was for play. So playtime over. I'm back like on some, I'm in the best space. I feel like I'm in a better space than before for real.
My G.
You know what I mean?
My G, I'm proud of you, bro. Yeah. Like just the music has evolved. The sound has evolved. But that slick talk ain't never gone nowhere. Nah. You know what I'm saying? The visuals have gone up 200%.
The visuals go crazy.
It's a movie. Every time I press play, I don't care if it's Demon Dior or whether it's BBL that just dropped.
BBL, man.
BBL. Woo, Lord Jesus, bro.
Video to make. That was one of like my favorite in the recent joints, you know what I'm saying? That was probably my favorite. The energy was good. The females, they came to work. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't stiff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the females who came through for me for BBL. It was a movie. Shout out Rob Scholar too, my director too. Rob Scholar and the team.
You put some money into that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't go cheap on that.
For sure. No,
like you know what I'm saying? Because you the master of you call a camera, nigga. All right, you make a call, the whole block come out. And
a lot of people don't know, man. When it come down to my personal videos, all of my videos, most time anyway, I do the treatments for them. You know what I'm saying? I kind of have an idea already. You know what I mean? That I want to bring to life.
Got you.
So like I don't just like we been past this standing on the corner just with a bunch of niggas just we've been past that.
Right.
Like, we did so many videos now, so it come to the point where now we're like, shit, we gotta put some thought into it.
Facts. And catch a flight every now and then.
Yeah,
I done seen the nigga in the snow.
Shit,
Look, I done seen
shit, you know what I'm saying? That was just a dope idea. I got some shit ready to drop now in another state. So that shit just always hit different when you get a nigga from Baltimore somewhere else.
Yeah.
I always like to take it to another level.
I tell people all the time, like I get frustrated because I see the young dudes and they'll have big stacks of money. You gonna have $50,000 in jewelry, $100,000, but you always in the same place. I be like, why you can't?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give some probably some diversity, man. Like do something for the ladies, do something. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna deny no street shit. I love street music. Nigga. I was a Mobb Deep fan my whole childhood, nigga. It was a ton of street music that I played nonstop, but there was always a little something in there that just was a vibe. And one thing I love about you is like when I listen to a GGL Slick album, I'm gonna get me some Baltimore stories.
Facts.
I'm gonna give me some good street shit.
You can get some wild street tales.
Wild street tales, but then you'll give me some funny ass skits with some girls. Yeah. You'll come hit them with some dope records. At
the end of the day, I never forgot that this shit is entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we'll get so caught up in being real. We'll get so caught up in just being a street rapper that we'll forget that we people entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like people gotta get entertained off of this shit at the end of the day.
That's
you know, so I always keep that in mind. So I always try to make my shit kind of witty or kind of funny, or you know, even if it's some hardcore street shit, some reality based shit that's really going on.
Right.
I try to make it because that's what we do as people. You know what I mean? I'm from the projects, bro. You know what I mean? You can't you come to my hood. You know, motherfuckers poor as fuck, but everybody like enjoying themselves.
Facts.
They're gonna find some kind of happiness in it, in the most ratchetest shit.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find some kind of humor in that shit. We're gonna find some kind of comfort and just, you know, the reality of how we live. And so I try to translate that shit with my raps and shit.
Word.
Keep it funny, keep it witty, keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that shit fun
all the way in. So, all right, let's go back for a minute since the last time we saw each other, and I know you felt like you needed to take a break. What was it that really burned you out? Like, what put you in that space that had to fall back so hard? I mean, you was putting out music. I think from the last time we spoke, I think you put like 3 or 4 projects out. You know what I'm saying? You were dropping mad videos. You had the team putting out projects, but you've been doing this for such a long time, owning studios and. You know what I mean? You've been diversified in the music space for a while. Production team, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole 9. Yeah. Like I could never believe that you would get burnt out. You know what I'm saying? But what exhausted you and made you really feel like you needed to pull back?
You know what, bro? A lot come with being that guy, like that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like over time, I became like the guy. Like with my circle, with my team, like, you know, with my relatives, you know, I became that person, you know what I mean? And when you become that person, you know, with the steam, with the fans, and you know, when you're a friend of mine, you could be just a friend of mine and be in the streets, and the person, hey, what's up with Slick? They only ask you what's up with you. You know, sometimes that shit could bring envy and jealousy and just a lot of weird ass energy for real. You know what I'm saying? That'll drain you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? When you that person, a lot of people, they gonna come at you. You don't know their motive. You know, women, you can't even trust if they into you or they into the figure. You know, they into the star, they into the clout. You know what I mean? So that shit just got so weird over time. You know what I mean? It kind of drained me to the point where I had to go back and just recenter, you know what I'm saying? And just go, you know, because I got lost in it. You know, I had to really just get back and gather myself and clean house of all the shit that you know, you don't know until you go through that shit. You don't know you being used, or you don't know you, you know, I had a team, you know, I had a person that was, you know, I had people steal from me. You know what I mean? I had people mishandle my business. You know what I'm saying? I had people do all kinds of shit that would just put the average person in a space to just want you know, just kind of reevaluate some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just what it was. It was a lot of personal shit around me, a lot of people that was around that you don't see now.
Right.
That just turned sour or just turned weird. You know what I mean? Or you know, it just get confusing. That shit just get confusing to the point where as though you would just say, fuck this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even worth it. That shit didn't cost me real loved ones, motherfuckers that I really cared for. You know, that it showed me different sides of them just because I got a little fame or a little success,
right,
or whatever. People start to feel like you owe them and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just backed up for a second, but I'm re-energized. I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's you talk about you know, you just expressed how there's such a differentiation between Slick, the artist, and the person, the man, like being that you've started occupying the space and you've occupied it for a while. You even talk about it in the albums, how, you know what I mean? Shorty just caught up in the name. She caught up in the fame. So you be out minding your business and now some chick want to run up and take a picture, or now they want to be your friend now and hang out with you just because they see the allure of the character, the allure of everything that you put out there. Like, you know, how did you get into a space of drawing a balance for yourself?
Um, just trying to stay true to myself, not forget, where I come from and where I'm trying to go. You know what I mean? I just had to reevaluate the situation and look at it like that. Like, you can't forget where you come from, where you're trying to go. Don't get caught up in, the journey of it all. You know what I mean? You just gotta stay focused on a goal. I know what I'm trying to do. I know I'm trying to change the game for my people. You know what I mean? I'm trying to break the cycle for my people. I come up in a family of all the guys, my father's side, they did. You know what I'm saying? My father, his brothers, they did. A lot of them, my uncles, never got to where I'm going.
Right.
But where I want to take it. You know what I'm saying? So I know even when I'm gone, I didn't raise the bar to the point where, my sons and my little cousins and nephews and shit gonna take it even farther. So, I come to change the game, and I just had to reevaluate myself enough to just say, you know what? Don't even get caught up in the mix and the hype of this shit, because you're doing this shit for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You got a reason and a goal. Just focus and stay on path and just do the work. That shit get discouraging sometimes, because even like now, like I go anywhere, people know me. Bro, people, it's, I'm at my son game yesterday. People, they know me wherever I go. I can be in West Bumblefuck. They know slick. But a lot of times they get frustrated because that shit don't translate to numbers all the time.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact.
You might look at my numbers and look at another guy's numbers and be like, yo, what the fuck? But you could be out in public and the average person wouldn't know the other guy.
Right.
So that shit get confused and it get discouraging. But again, I had to reevaluate and say, you know what? Stay focused. Just do the work. You know what I mean? They might not never even give you your crown till that shit all over with. Do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe you me.
Word.
The work ain't gonna go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, never that. Nah, especially for true fans, like people like myself. I'm a fan first. So like I genuinely enjoy the music. When you drop shit, I'm going through the whole album. I got a GGL Slick playlist at this point, because to me, you got about at least 15, 20 good bang joints that I'm like, yo, I gotta listen. Anytime I get fresh, get the car wash, you know what I mean? I want to turn the system up, and I really want that vibe. Like, you really show a grown man vibe in your own way. But anyway, off of the ass kissing and shit, because you one of my niggas, yo. I love you to death, yo, and I love that music.
Shit. You got sleep.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, like one of the things I've been wanting to ask you is like, who helps you create this, not the character, before we even get to the character? You move so professionally, yo. Even back when I first met you, you always had a very serious militant way of moving. You always had a very clear mind frame. You was never afraid to invest, you know what I'm saying, to take big moves, to take larger risks. Even the way, you know what I mean, you super clean. You've always been respectful. I've never seen you ever come out on some crazy. Now, you've had your moments where you had to set a nigga straight, or there might have been an issue, but it was never over the top. Yo, where did you get all of this? Like, who showed you how to, who's the biggest influence on you becoming the person that you are?
It was a lot of different people, man. I always been the type of kid that just always observed and watched. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was in those environments. My mother's side, my mother got 3 sisters, all of them good looking. You know what I'm saying? So I had good looking aunts. So, and we lived in the hood. So, my aunts attracted the dope boys.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? the street guys. So I seen a lot of those guys come through my house, or my aunt house, or wherever I was, and I just picked up on a lot of their characteristics. You know what I mean? I picked up on just the way that they conducted themselves. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I was fortunate enough to come up around, shout out to Lil Glenn and the Kevin Davises and the Sleepies, and I came up around some official guys, as a kid that I watched. and paid, close attention to. My uncle Dexter, my aunt, you know, my cousin's father, he died in the feds in 2010. But I got to see some real official old school guys, that was on business. So when I, jumped out the porch, um, and then I got into, I come from Cherry Hill, so I jumped out the porch and I got into the military. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way to say that shit.
Yeah. Like I got into the military.
They got into the military.
So that shit kind of got me on a certain discipline because it was like war out there for real. So you had to move a certain kind of way to survive. You know what I mean? It's not like a big Cherry Hill. It's like one big ass community, like big ass project. Like niggas walk down to the opposite neighborhood. The ops, it's not really drive-bys and shit.
Right.
Niggas gonna walk through tracks and shit and come through the splits and shit. So when you come from that type of environment, like, you gotta be a certain kind of way. Because it ain't, it ain't a game. So you gotta be on business. So just my environments kind of molded me to be, the way I am. Then my mother's first apartment was on Pennsylvania Avenue. So
really,
yeah. So when I was about 8 or 9, she moved on the avenue. So I was back and forth. So when I was on the avenue, I seen, just dope money. This, guys, Beamers and
I always knew you was a West Side nigga.
And, yeah.
I always knew you was a West Side nigga. Yo, you too fresh to be an East Side nigga, man. Even though you be dipping and dodging through the East all the time, yo. I always tell people like, yo, the West Side niggas be the freshest niggas, bro.
Yeah, I probably got my swag from. I spent a lot of time in West Baltimore.
Niggas always had fresh leathers. Niggas all back used to have the starter jackets. You know what I mean? Used to always. It was just a certain style we on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to dog my East Side niggas. East Side niggas get fresh too, but there's some slick niggas over East. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's just something special about the way a West Side nigga move out here. I feel like West Side niggas be less willing to get. Like, we'll get grimy quick, but I'd rather shoot you or throw something at you versus, I mean, sitting out there fisticuffing all day long. East Side niggas, they'll roll around in the dirt with you all day. Let me shout out to all of my East Side niggas, man, boosting all y'all boys, man. But anyway, back to the storyline. Like, all right, so my next question was, when you first started doing music, who were the artists that you enjoyed the most? The ones that had the biggest effect on you? Because I need to know that. Because your music style is so different. I can't even see where the thread line comes from.
I came up when artists, it was like labels. It was like groups. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
It was kind of like groups for real. Like labels had like hella different artists that was like your 3-6 Hypnotize Mind, your Cash Money, like your No Limit. Like that was like a pivotal time for me. Those artists kind of helped me get an idea that, go getters. It wasn't really about just me. You know what I mean? I knew I wanted to surround myself with other artists. So they was kind of like the most influential, but as a kid, Tupac was like crazy for me.
For real?
Crazy.
I would have never imagined you being the big Tupac fan.
As a kid, like, rest in peace to my cousin Terrell. My older cousin Terrell, he just died recently, last year. He was like a real big influence on me. Like my older cousin. This is my mother's older sister's son. All of us grew up in the same house. So he was a big influence on me, and he was like a crazy Tupac fan. So I was a crazy Tupac fan as a kid. So when I first started like making raps and freestyling and shit like that, like everybody used to always say, "You trying to sound like Tupac?" You know what I mean? Because I was just the mom was, I had that cadence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was a real crazy Tupac fan. So even when I jumped out the porch, my first tattoos was like Tupac shit, Outlaw and Lord knows.
You get the Thug Life across.
I ain't getting up on the belly, but shit, I had Thug Life on my arm though.
Gosh.
That was my first tattoo. When I was in training school, I got somebody to stencil Thug Life on my arm. So like, yeah, he was a crazy influence for me as a youngster and shit. But when I started diving into music, buying music and shit like that, it was like 3-6 and Cash Money and like No Limit, for real. It was like my guys, for real.
Now that I can hear. You never shy away from high tempo. aggressive beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all really, and he liked being on the one, like meaning that there's certain tracks where you have to have that on edge cadence and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you love that shit, bro.
That's that like 3-6 shit.
Hell yeah, right,
you know
right. You love them hard hitting drums, that crazy heavy bass on your records.
Then if you listen like that when I get into my like dope boy shit, it's kind of like that Cash Money feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, when I get into my shit talking or whatever, it's kind of like that bling bling feel.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the influence of that shit. Cause I was crazy about Cash Money, No Limit. I was crazy about No Limit, then Cash Money came out.
And then you just switched over. I had to give that. All right, so out of Cash Money, who did you love the most? Please don't say Wayne. Come on, because you and I come from the same time period.
I was a big BG fan. Like I was a Juvenile fan. Listen to me, like when them niggas came out, we was like really out there. We was fucking with everybody was fucking with Juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody was fucking with 400 Degrees, we had got Soldier Rag, the oldest seed. So we was banging Soldier Rag, and but we was real crazy about BG. Like, right. We always knew BG was like
Chopper City.
One. Like he was like the one for us. Juvenile was the one, but we was like always on the shit, the underground shit. So like BG was my favorite.
That's deep. All right, so in that time period, I'm probably coming out of high school. You talking about 98, 99, 2000. Yeah. The club scene is crazy, and I know for a fact that you have bread at this time. Yeah, you getting fresh, you moving around. What was you whipping at that time period, and where was you hanging out at? What was your weekend kind of like consisting of? Venue wise,
I had an all white Grand Marquis.
Right? Oh shit,
grade level, right? I'm talking about clean. Like anybody who know me, like now y'all remember the White Ghost,
right?
We called that bitch the White Ghost. You know what I'm saying? I had the White Ghost. I kept that bitch clean. I had like a clean ass CD book.
Yeah.
With all the CDs in there.
Yeah.
Like, niggas will tell you, like, niggas used to love to get in my car because I had shit niggas ain't never had. They had like a little spot on Emerson Avenue, like on, it was like on.
Oh, yeah, it was like a row house, but it was a record store. Good. Yeah.
Everything underground. So I used to go down there, like, and buy a lot of my shit. But I had the Marquis. This some niggas was riding Crown Vics and shit like that. I had the Grand Marquis. It was real clean. And shit, we used to go to like where the fuck we was going at that time?
Shit, I know. See, I was broke, so I was down on the Paradox. You know what I'm saying?
We fucking with the Paradox here and there. We don't fuck with, I think we was fucking with like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Like little shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I'm with you on that.
I wasn't never really a big like go out type of nigga though. Anyway,
gotcha.
I never was a big. I go out,
gotcha.
Face, and I never was a big.
You was a pull up around the way, get a bushel of crabs and throw the grill out, and everybody go crazy.
Up and find a bitch. I'm trying to pull up after the club. We was them niggas. Like we was the niggas that come through after the club. And let out. And shit.
The let out.
We smooth. We pulling up on the bitch. Hey, what's up? Like get in. We all going. Like we put up in Baltimore streets, Crazy Johns and shit like that. We trying to flex. You know what I'm saying? Them guys.
Now I remember back in the day we did Trap Tuesdays. You and I. It was me, you. I don't know whether it was who the fuck else. It was. But we was down Norma Jeans, and you tore that motherfucker down, nigga.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that, yo. I got video of that shit, nigga. Niggas had the section, nigga. You brought like 30 niggas in that bitch. I was like, yo, Jay, I got my team with me. It just seemed like the line never ended. You just came super deep. Then a whole another 20, 30, 40 niggas came in that bitch. Yo, you had that joint packed out.
We was on fire.
All the girls that normally ain't want to fuck with none of the rap niggas, they all on stage. This nigga throwing money like crazy. His whole team throwing money. What would be your favorite spot that the like, you know, when you getting in your strip club mood and you want to fuck with the ladies, which joint around here and then even around the country, you know what I mean? What's your favorite spots to hit up? Because I know you a strip club connoisseur.
I don't know. In here, like I like normals for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, because I know a few of the girls. They got a few nice girls that ain't even gonna play. As soon as niggas come in the building, they gonna bust that bitch wide open or whatever. But out of town, booby trap.
Ooh, you been a booby trap?
Booby trap, bro. Booby trap, bro.
Serious? Did you ever go to Magic?
Strippers? Yeah, I performed in Magic before.
Who is not in the strippers? Please tell me who's not in the strippers.
I performed in Magic a few times.
Hey, for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm jealous. Wait a minute. And you ain't show no video footage. You ain't shoot a nigga a screenshot.
Where
you at, yo? Yeah, all right, we need the GGL strip club DVD documentary.
I archived a lot of my page. I just like to keep everything current. So,
right.
You know, it's nothing on there. Probably just from last year to this year.
Right.
I keep it probably in a year span. Like I archive a lot of that shit. But hell yeah, I got footage probably of that for sure.
Yo, it's a rich nigga, yo. You see what I'm saying? This nigga says I only show a year. And then I archive the rest. That's some bougie shit to do. This nigga super bougie. All right. Let's move forward. I kind of, one of the things that I wanted to get to, I mean, I want to get real life, but I actually like getting the history too. So like, you know what I mean? You fucking with Pop, you fucking with, you know what I'm saying, Cash Money, you fucking with, you know, the legends. So around what time did you first get in the booth and start messing around?
I first got in the booth. All right, I think around 2000. All right, let me say this. In 2005, right? I was under some guys, and they had took me to it was like a rap battle contest or something, some shit like that. And we went to this rap battle. It was like at the Five Seasons.
Oh, you going back? Yeah. Oh, I remember Five Seasons.
It was some girls around there, and one of the girls had her boyfriend was a rapper. It was a girl from around my way. Her boyfriend was a rapper, and she invited us, my older niggas anyway. So we went. They took me. I was a younger nigga. And this was the E-pill era, so I'm high as fuck on E-pills. You know what I'm saying? And when I was younger, bro, like, you know me, like, I talk shit now. But when I was a kid, like, yo, you used to have to tell me shut the fuck up.
Oh, you was on that level?
Cause I'm a stunt, I'm gonna talk my shit. Like, I'm gonna represent for us. But we went to this show, and the nigga who was her boyfriend was the nigga Tyree Coleon.
Really?
Yeah, it was the nigga Tyree Coleon.
Yo, he going to history right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was like his situation or whatever. So we went there, and this nigga, he fucked it up. He said some shit about 50 Cent that fucked me up. He was like, yeah, 50 ain't the only nigga who got shot. Everybody in my city been shot some shit. It was like 50 was hot at the time. It was like a 50 kind of like a diss.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this nigga hard. So I'm telling my man G at the time, the nigga I was under, whatever. I'm like, yo, we gotta get him. I always wanted to get into the entertainment. I was like, yo, get him. So make a long story short, we seen this nigga maybe probably like a day later at the gas station. He was high on E-pills. I jumped out of the car. I remembered that nigga. So like I jumped on this line like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who you be fucking with? You hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? You need to get with us. Like, yo, my man and them nigga, we getting money. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't fucking with nobody. He gave me his number and shit. And I took it to my man. My man that I was under, his cousin was the nigga Davon. They used to sing. I don't know if you remember this nigga.
I know that nigga.
You know this nigga?
Is he still alive? Is he still around?
Yeah, I know he's still around.
Yo, you tell that nigga I need that interview, nigga.
That nigga Davon, a legend.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Tell that nigga I need that interview ASAP, my nigga.
Legend. Look that nigga up.
Nah, I've been looking him up. I can't find him nowhere. That's why I'm sending you on the hunt for him.
This was my OG. This was his cousin.
Wow.
So he called Davon. Davon put us in with the studio, and we took Coleon to the studio.
Right.
I tried to get on one of his songs that night. You know what I mean? Nobody really knew I rap, but I started writing a verse when he was in the booth. I tried to get on the song. He wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let me. Rest in peace to Tyree. You know, he probably just thought, this kid, who the fuck is he? Like,
right.
You know, you talking about you wanted to come, y'all wanted to back me and record me. Now you want to get on the song. But anyway, I took that game from that night. I went back to the hood and I got my guys. I went and got Butch. I went and got Skino. I went and got Cal. And I took them to that same fucking studio and did my verse on one of their songs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that was my first time recording. It was probably like 05, 06. I got on one of Butch songs and did a verse. We brung it back to the hood. Everybody went crazy about it. And shit, that was my confidence right there. That was like, shit.
That's all you need to hear.
But I went to jail right after that. So.
Oh, what the fuck? Yo. All right. So you do your first record. The hood goes crazy. You end up doing a little vacation time.
Yeah, I did a little vacation.
You know what I'm saying? Then you come back. So what happens after that? So do you come out with a book of rhymes and you ready to record?
I came out with the whole plan, bro. That's why we got here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so wait a minute. So GGL came, Go Get a Lifestyle came out of that?
It's raw history right here, bro. Like, you know, this shit that is coming real soon. We got a documentary.
Another one.
In production. The real one though. You know, the first one was more or less about me and my just my little journey at that point. This one is about the label and how we formed it and how we got to this point.
Gotcha.
You know, I got a lot of footage that I took off the line. Just a lot of exclusive shit, a lot of exclusive records, exclusive sessions, a lot of exclusive interviews, exclusive history on how we got here. But that's an important piece. I went to jail in 2006. I caught my first real bit for real. You know, I was sentenced to 7 years on that little bit right there. So I did like 4 years and some change and shit. And it's cliche how they say write your plan down.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Ain't nothing cliche about that. That's actual fact. I know they just
say that, you know, it's like it's textbook. It's right. Like I did that though. You know, I sat there that 4 years. I researched, I studied, you know, I had the books on the music industry and all of that shit. I had every magazine, the Vibe, the Source, and I read every article. I just really took that time to dig into and put my plan together. I had the names of the albums we was gonna have. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was
just
serious.
Small shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew you know, that I was gonna push Skino as a solo artist even before he knew it, you know, at that time.
Right.
Like I knew that this was gonna be a bigger thing. So that's when I formed Go Getters, you know, the brand, the label. You know, I came up with the plan and shit. I came home in 2010 and 2011. I was on home detention, but 2011, 12, I got to running, but I went to jail again. That's why y'all didn't see me to 2013, 14.
Wait.
I had a tough time, bro.
Now, would you attribute you having to go on vacation so many times to you being hard headed, or was it just bad timing? You know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean? How would you describe it?
It was both. Me being impatient. You know, that was the biggest thing I had to learn. It was me being impatient, me trying to rush the process, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some shit ain't gonna come for you overnight. I'm one of them niggas, an overnight type of nigga. I'm one of them niggas like Mitch off of Pay the Full. 10 days, nigga. I'm talking.
Right. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, so you know, me being impatient drove me to just moving impatiently and doing a lot of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing dumb shit, bro. You know, it might have seemed like it wasn't dumb at the time, but I did a lot of dumb, stupid shit, and it landed me in jail because I was impatient. I didn't want to trust the process, you know. So I tell people now to just trust the process, just do the work, you know, take your time.
Right.
Because when I think about it, if I would have took my time, it probably would have been shorter because I spent a lot of time in jail.
That's a fact.
You know, not being able to execute the plan. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if I would have just took my time, you know, so it all add up. But I had to learn that shit the hard way. Like, and I learned that shit the hard way, bro.
So coming out for the second time, you know what I mean, and you focusing on the team, you focusing on. Now, what do you focus on first? Are you focusing on building a label, or are we focusing on Slick? Like Slick putting out the first solo album, or was it a compilation thing? What was the first focus?
Initially, if you follow like the history of me dropping these CDs, we started dropping compilations like initially at the time. Our first pieces of music was like a series called Dope. Yeah, Dope mixtapes. It was Dope 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3 was still online until they shut Spinrilla and shit down. So you know, we got some lucky fans that still might got a CD or some shit.
If you got some shit, send it to your boy.
Yeah, you know, that shit exclusive, but the initial music was compilations for real, because I ain't never really wanted to be the main focus. Like I said, I tried to like fashion out shit after Cash Money and shit like that. So I always looked at myself like a Master P or like a Baby.
Right.
But I knew I could rap better than them niggas.
Right.
Shout out to them niggas, they my guys. But I knew that I had their type of persona. But I knew that, you know, we East Coast niggas just a little more you know,
Yeah,
rap.
yeah,
Just,
yeah.
just a little more focus on that shit for real. So I wanted to like kind of emulate their shit. So the first couple CDs was compilations. The dopes, it had all of us on it. You know, dope one, dope two, dope three. So when I came, you know, I came home, we started doing dope 3.
Mm-hmm.
And dope 3, if you look at the cover art, it was Slick featuring Skino. You know, because I was like trying to set him up for his CD.
Right.
Or whatever. So we did dope 3. That kind of hit hard in 2013. We had like Living That Life and the Ching Ching. That shit went crazy in the underground. So we kind of started building our base.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's when I started to see that flow was like catchy. Cause that's when I started doing like that choppy flow,
right?
Living That Life and Ching Ching. So I'm like, yo, this flow catchy as fuck. Then we started doing different shit with Moose, and he got on the Masterpiece song. That was originally for Skino CD.
Really?
I told you we did Dope 3. That was a setup for Skino CD.
Right, right.
We did Master P. We shot the video. It went crazy. It went crazy. It went crazy. If you remember that time, it's 2014. It went crazy.
I remember that shit.
When that went crazy, I went back to the drawing board. I knew that I had to come before Skino.
Now, wait a minute. Well, all right. So, what brought you to that decision that you felt like, yo, I gotta do me first?
Like, I'm just always like I look at shit like, you know, from a real standpoint and from a fan standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I was the sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I knew that it was bigger than just the. I knew that he was Skino a better rapper.
Right.
You know, hands down, he a better rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that I had more of a personality. I knew that I had more of a character that the people would buy into. He more reserved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I would agree.
Know, my brother he more reserved. He don't even like the fame. You know, he don't really like all that attention and shit.
Right.
You know, I'm more one like shit, bring it on. You know what I'm saying? Like bring the cameras and shit. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm a reserved nigga too, but you know, I'm more comfortable with being the sparkle of it all. I always say like if you can equate us to the bottle you order in the club, I'm the sparkles and shit. Mm. But he gonna be the liquor to get you drunk. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna initially get you hyped. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But the shit that's gonna get you drunk is, you know, cause he really gonna carve his shit out. He gonna sit and pen his shit. You know what I'm saying?
I would 100% agree with you. I love Skino. Every time I hear him on one of your records, it's a highlight. But you have a personality, and then you have a style that matches it perfectly. You know what I'm saying? The trash talk blends with the fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the girls respond to you when you out. Not, hey, Skino, I ain't trying to say the girls don't love you, bro.
Yeah, they love, bro.
But it's just a different energy when you get on a record or when you show up, you know, in a room. I feel like there's not a lot of niggas that know how to utilize fame and perception to their advantage. And then the fact that your name is Slick makes it even crazier. Like you got a name called Slick, but then you be doing slick ass shit. You move slick, you move quiet, but then when you pop out, it's a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them damn things. So let me switch it to this. How many people on a compilation who were the first artists that were like go get a lifestyle niggas, and then tell me why you chose each one of those people?
Butch was the first artist. Mm-hmm. The kid Butch. But he went to the feds like off the rip soon as we started recording. But he was the first artist. He was just always at that time. Even now, like if you you know, if you lucky enough to dive into what he's doing right now, he always a hard worker. He was always one that wasn't afraid to just do him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He wasn't waiting for nobody. He was always at the.
What the hell? Hold on for just a second, please. Hold up for a second. Yeah. So this is my question. I gotta ask the team. What made you choose each player in the team? And you know what I'm saying? And why? You know what I mean?
Butch was the first artist.
Okay.
Butch just always been a hard worker, a grinder. He just always was one that wasn't afraid to do him. He wasn't waiting on me. He wasn't waiting on nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in it, you know, he always was knee deep into the music, so he kind of inspired me to want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Skino and Cal um was the other two artists. They collaborated a lot, so they kind of was like a group, undisputed at the time. But out of them two, I knew that Skino had more of a of a Cal. He just dropped some shit. We just dropped some shit for Cal. UDA Skate. We call him now Skate. That's his nickname. But he just dropped some shit. Trenches, him and Tiggity. Um, he was always, if you see even his shit now, he was always more gritty and grimy. And Skino was more kind of clean cut. I knew he was more like mass material for real.
Word.
So they was like the other two artists. Then we had a lot of other artists. We had a lot of artists that never came home. You know what I'm saying? We had everybody in my hood really talk shit and rap for real. Like
you had a chick. I can't remember which album it was. It was that orange joint where God damn, who was that chick? And she was hard as a bitch on that record, bro.
Nisha Too Much.
That's it.
Nisha Too Much.
That's it.
One man.
That's
she kind of chilled out. She kind of fell back from doing the music, but yeah, she was talented as fuck. Man,
yo, and it's not many niggas that can keep up with you on a record, but then for it to be a female, and like you go and talk your shit, but she can't write.
Like me and her got a whole EP that we never dropped.
Seriously?
Yo,
holy shit, yo,
crazy.
You should drop that bitch, bro.
You
should drop
that. It's crazy.
Man, tell her ass, hey, shorty, it's time to come up out of that, man. Come on now. Vacation over. You have plenty of time. Oh, man. Nah, man. Fuck them kids. I'm just playing. Just go ahead and drop that music, nigga. That shit was hard, bro. Shorty was hard. Yo, and that's something I'm going to give you credit for, yo. I got to give you your flowers for this, bro. You really pick niggas that really are committed to the music. They got rhymes. You know what I'm saying? They got style. Like, it's not like all of the dudes sound alike. Everybody got their own thing. They got their own way of presenting themselves. Like, so I gotta give you respect for that. Like,
hey, bro, I never been one of them niggas that get too caught up in the hype. Like, if you look at the city, and I don't want to say this, I think this is one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Why we there though. So I don't want you to get it fucked up to say we ain't there. We on board. We there. We going at this shit like we supposed to go at this shit. But I think we'll get a lot further, a lot faster if we really embrace the real talent versus the popularity.
Talk to them. Break that down, bro. Break it down, bro.
That's just a real thing in a city. Like, we more or less a dick ride some shit just out of popularity. That shit might not even be talented for real. You know what I mean? And we'll act like this shit is that. You know what I'm saying? But when you deal with reality and the masses, they listen to like, what the fuck is this jangle ass bullshit? That shit mediocre.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's mid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think if we start embracing, see, the thing is this, you know what I'm saying? I get it, because you just don't want art without, I'm trying to find a good word.
What, art without marketing?
Yeah, marketing. I mean, you want the art to have it too.
Okay, I get what you mean.
So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it because people are attracted to it. Like in the city, when we talk about that popularity, it's really a lot of the people. That's why I say don't get it fucked up. That got the popularity. They might don't got the art of it all, but they got an it factor. You know what I'm saying? The people might be attracted to it, but only thing I'm saying is, all right, we can push that and all that too, but don't deny the art. Especially when you got the art and you can link it with the it.
Yep.
You can turn it to it. You can turn it up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm basically saying. Like, yo, we got to start dealing with the art sometime too, yo, because we got some people that really can put this shit together and it got to sound, because I can go back to what I was saying at first. It's shit entertainment. If I ain't entertaining and shit, if it's just some shit that y'all just listening to in the hood because he popular and he cool or y'all, you know what I mean? That shit ain't translating to
big dollars.
To big dollars and shit. So we gotta embrace the art. I was never afraid to do it. I embrace the motherfuckers who they might not be as popular as, your Tom, Dick, and Harry, but they got that shit going on and shit. I get them in the studio and get a good ass energy and a good ass sound and some good entertainment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, one of the things I love about Go Getters, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but when I sit back and I listen to the albums and I see the artist and I see you. To me, Go Getter's lifestyle represents creativity, some dope ass rhyme shit, and a lot of swag, a lot of wave, like a lot of just style. Niggas gotta dress a certain way, niggas gotta move a certain way. And if it ain't Go Getters. Like that's just bottom. That's in my opinion. You know what I mean? And for all of y'all niggas that don't understand and think I'm on some shit, I'll be in the comments. I'm the first one in the comments. When he posts shit, I'll be the first nigga. Like, yeah, it's the wave, it's the style, it's the family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long did it take for you to even get to that point? Or was that always there from the beginning, or was that something you had to conceptualize?
That always been a thing. Like, even with coming up with the name. You know, it's Go Getter's Lifestyle. It could have been Go Getter's Records. A lot of people didn't Go Getter's Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's Go Getter's Lifestyle because like I always knew that we was trying to put the culture on display, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Put the culture on display. So when you see us, it's the real culture of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Even when you hear me talking, whatever, it might not even be about what I'm doing personally, but it's really about what's going on. You know, I'm tapping into my little nephews and my cousins and shit like that, the way they think and move. You know what I'm saying? The shit that they do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tap into that and speak on it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like journalistic for real.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, I had problems with a lot of my female friends, like a lot of my girlfriends or whatever, with taking a lot of shit personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be speaking of some things, and I just say that all of it, you know, some of the shit I might have did in the past. You know
but it's not today, baby.
Yeah,
it's not today.
Some of the shit is probably from my past. You know, some of the shit is from shit that I see my guys doing. Or, you know, I talk to people all the time, bro. And, you know, they might say some shit to me and it just might come out in one of the songs. And it might not be something that I'm personally doing right now, but it's relevant to the culture. You know what I'm saying? That's why people gravitate to it because they know it's real. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, I make it entertaining. I make it funny and witty where you can laugh at it. I said some shit. We was in the studio last night. Recording and shit. I said some shit and everybody bust out laughing, bro, because and Skinner was like, no, but they gonna like that. Cause I was like, you think I'm being too offensive to the women? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they gonna like that. You know what I mean? Because it's just real. You know, it's just a real, but it was something I said that was intimate. That really be going on for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it really be going on. You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel like at this point anybody, if you rocking with Slick, you know he's gonna say some wild shit.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be witty. You know what I'm saying? He's probably gonna have a couple double entendres in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. To me, that's a part of the appeal of the artist that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like you really are intermixing real life into some funny shit, and then you presenting it, and like, yo, niggas gonna have to deal with it. You're a grown man, bro. You're not 21, nigga.
And the thing is, when speaking on that, I always like to do this, bro. A lot of people, and I think that's why I'm still relevant right now. You know, a lot of people, even like artists as they get older, a lot of artists would try to sound like or be something younger than, you know, than what it is. And I think that's why they fade out to that degree. You know what I'm saying? Sir. Like, because like truth be told, like hip hop just came up on the 50 piece. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to hip hop just came up on the 50 piece. But truth be told, you know, hip hop got an audience, bro, that range in age.
Talk to them.
You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know, you could be, like I said, it's 50. So let's just say you got a 50-year-old hip hop fan. He don't want to hear NEL Chopper or whoever the fuck, you know, that might be 19 or something that might be talking some shit that might not be appealing to him. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So even I tell the young motherfuckers, don't hate on a nigga. Like, don't you think motherfuckers want something to hear too? Motherfuckers gotta hear some shit. Motherfuckers want to hear some rap, some hardcore rap shit, but not some kiddie shit. They want it to be delivered in a way. You know what I'm saying? I just try to stay true to myself, bro. I'm a music guy. You know what I'm saying? I always focus on the music too. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like, and I'm into current music. I'm into older music. Always been. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those kids that came up in the house with my grandma. She listened to a lot of 70s shit. So like I'm a real big 70s R&B fan. You know, I love like the Isley Brothers and like, shit like that. Like I listen to Marvin Gaye. I Want You. That's one of my favorite albums. Type shit. Like I'm into different music. You know, so that shit translate even to what I'm doing. You know, I try to incorporate some of that shit so it's timeless for real.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't try to get caught up in the time. I'm gonna get one of you older niggas, man. This some free game. Don't get caught up in the time, man. Don't get caught up in the time trying to be what it is and all that. Just be. Shit, that shit gonna be timeless when you tapped into that shit.
That is a fact. One of the main reasons, not main, but it's definitely one of the reasons I tell people all the time, like, man, I fuck with Slick because he do the shit that I enjoy from the time period I enjoy. Even the slang. He's gonna update it. It's gonna be new, but it's not gonna be done in such a way where I'm not gonna understand it or I'm gonna let the fuck, or I feel like you forcing it. I never felt like when I listened to one of your records that I felt like you was forcing the sound or you were forcing the slang or the lingo.
Bro, I had a song called Oochie Coochie.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't saying coochie, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't afraid to incorporate everything I know and have seen, like, because it becomes timeless at a point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it becomes that timeless, you know what I'm saying, where it transcends even age. You know, anybody can find a song of mine and relate to it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get hyphy, if you want to be on just some cool player shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just want, you know, if you want to party, you want to shake your ass, you want to go to the strip club, shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on some old gangster shit. You want to be, you know, I got something that's going to get you, you know, I got something for kind of everybody in any age bracket, and that's not on like I'm trying to force that. That's really who I am for real.
Right.
I deal with niggas in a long range of age, bro.
Right.
You know, even down to my kids and they friends fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
That's key.
So it's like, you know, I deal with just a range of ages, man, and that's just who I am as a person for real. So some of these niggas, you know, they trying to be something they not. I always say this, I tell older niggas, like when we be talking, like younger niggas trying to be grown. You know, so bad. They trying to be grown. Older niggas normally trying to be young. You know what I'm saying? I keep focus on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, them niggas want to be like us. Fuck, I'm trying to be like them for. Yeah, for fuck.
Talk that shit, Slick.
You niggas trying to be grown. You niggas hope to be grown. You know, I was that kid at one time.
To live this long, to experience what you've experienced.
I wanted to live. I wanted to be like the OGs, bro. That go back to what you was asking me. I wanted to be like the OGs. I wanted to be grown. So, you know, I ain't gonna get grown then want to be a kid again.
There's so many niggas though. There's so many niggas. They still dress like, look, they dressing on some. You're like, what the fuck is you wearing that shit, bro? That ain't you. That ain't us. That's not. Come on, bro.
You just gotta stay true to yourself.
That's real talk. That's real talk. But all right, let's get on some business shit real quick. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna throw this out here on some real shit. Like, you've had static. You've had issues, whatever the terminology would be, with different individuals throughout the years. And I don't want to get into the name of it, but what have you learned from those situations? How has it affected the business? And how would you like people to perceive you moving forward from those situations?
You know what, bro? I was just talking about this not too long ago. We was talking about just, you know, now that time going by, yo, you know, I look back on shit like I'm glad, I'm happy that, you know, I stayed true to you know, I stayed true to myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I never wavered for real. Everything I said, I stood on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the results, you know, are the results. We talked about 2 or 3 years ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? On this same podcast. And I was just coming home from prison and I was coming back into, you know, a situation that I left, you know, some drama that came my way. You know what I mean? And I was saying it then, you know, look at them and you look at me. You know what I'm saying? You look at the result of just standing on business. You know, just being a silent nigga versus being a snake, a con, and a piece of shit. You see the results of life, how, you know, life gonna dish you what you put out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? When I look back on that shit, I'm just happy I stood on business and I never wavered. You know, I never hid my head. I never put my head down. You know what I mean? I kept my head up and shit. I stood on business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I always like to equate it to good and evil. You know, you even look back in the biblical books and shit like that. It was always, you know, good and evil, and it might gotta be a fight. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a part of life.
You
sometimes.
might gotta, you know, fight up against evil. But you know, when I say I stood on business, when you know what you stand on is true to you, you know, fuck everybody else. When that shit true to you, you know, you stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And the result gonna be what it's gonna be. You know, obviously, some of the shit that some of them people stood on was sand. You know, when the wave came, they got swept up in the water.
I told y'all that nigga talk slick though. I told y'all he talk slick.
You know, the whole time.
They call him slick for a reason.
That's how that shit go. You know, when you stand on business, when you a guy like Slick, you know, I was building a yacht the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So when the wave came, shit, you see what's going on. We the wave guards. We in the yacht. We popping bottles. We drinking Don Julio. We spending money. You know, we looking good. We feeling good, and we living life. You know, enjoyably because we put out that good energy. Like we ain't on fuck shit. Like we ain't out here trying to snake nobody. Like we ain't out here trying to backstab, cutthroat nobody. Like we out here standing on business. We trying to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the motto. Whatever it is you desire, my baby. You got the power to go get it. You know what I'm saying? I desire success. I desire, you know, trying to break the cycle of the shit that happened in my peoples, or my father, my mother, my aunts and uncles and all of them. I told you, they did. They fucked up. They was getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know, they gave that to us, and I was fucked up. I'm still fighting right now, but I know I'm here to break that cycle and shit. We here on business, man. We here to go get it. I stood on it. I'm standing on it. And I'm bearing the fruits of my labor, my nigga.
Motherfucking right. Motherfucking right.
My nigga.
Yo, my nigga, I appreciate you for coming through. I appreciate you for holding me down, yo, and being a real friend and being a real nigga. Yo, I'm support you. You know, whatever going on, you know, I'm pulling up. I'm GGL. He's supposed to give me a job years ago, but I'm still representing for the family. Never mind. Like, yo, I can't wait. When that merch coming out, I'm the first nigga buying, nigga. I want the hat, the shirt.
It's coming.
I want some slides, some sneakers.
I didn't even want to say it on camera. When you see this shit, you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, he on some shit.
You want some shit? It's about to be
nostalgic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna definitely want the t-shirt.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, this ain't FUBU, nigga. This is go get his lifestyle out of this bitch, nigga. It's a whole thing. And make sure y'all follow him. I think it was Slickster 101.
The Slickster 101.
There you go. Talk to him.
The Slickster 101. I'm taking him to school every day.
And he finally changed over his music page to where all you gotta do now is search GGL Slick and his shit come right up.
Yeah.
Because it was Slick. And I was like, nigga, they get buried under 2,000 niggas named Slick. Like, I didn't even know that was that many niggas named Slick.
I had to transition it. I got my shit right though.
Yo, shout out to you, my G. Like, I love you, man. I love your music. Yo, you are a phenomenal artist. I don't care if nobody else tell you this. I want you to know this from my heart, bro. I love your music, yo. And I appreciate what you bring to the city, and I appreciate what you bring to the game. And you know, if you ever need anything from me, bro, I'm just a phone call away, my G. My
niggas all love P. Diddy shit. Can't stop, won't stop.
That's a fact. We out of this motherfucker, man. He got shit to do, you know what I'm saying, and women to mess with. We have knowledge on that.